What's up, guys? Hey, today I was going to get into the Ford priority code when you're ordering a new vehicle from Ford and what it means and kind of explain the importance of it. I'm going to get into it later on how this impacts the new Super Duties. There's a real important part that you should know if you're going to order a 2023, and make sure you're aware of how this all comes together so you don't miss out on any features you want on your truck. But in the meantime, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments and we'll do our best to help you out. And check out the links down in the description. There's some things down there I post and change regularly that might be some cool things that can help you out. Plus, it helps the channel out. So when you order a vehicle, you go to the dealer and you submit an order, and your dealer will put a code on there that's called a priority code, and it basically tells Ford how quickly the dealer needs the vehicle to fulfill their customers' needs. And that's the best way I can think to explain it. So in normal times, there's a priority code range between 10 and 19. So you got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 basically. So the lower the priority code, the more important it is for that dealer to get that vehicle over the other vehicles that the dealer has on vehicle of the same model. So like, say they have two Super Duties on order, and one has a priority code 10 and one has a priority code 19, which is actually the two most common codes. The 10 will be built quicker than the 19 in theory. And there's more that goes into this now, especially with the supply chain issues and stuff going on worldwide. But in theory, in normal times, the 10 should be built before the 19. And there's also a priority code 99, which I'm going to get into later in the videos. So make sure you stick around and watch that, because that's real important on these 2023 Super Duties, especially if you are ordering an XL, an XLT, or a Lariat. So the reason this is important now is there was a lot of people the last couple of years that ordered, especially in 2022, ordered a 2022 pickup truck, and it got rolled over to 2023 because of supply chain issues, and that truck was never built. So what a lot of dealers are doing are, instead of putting a priority code at 19, which is basically your standard priority code, they are putting a 10 or a lower priority code, trying to bump it up and get Ford to build them trucks ahead of other dealers' priority code 19s. Basically, that's how it works. So if you got a 19 versus a 10, the 19 is least priority than the 10. Now, this can flip the other way too, and this is actually true in my case. I want to wait for my pickup because I kind of want to get funding together, and I want to put as much down. And ideally, if my truck doesn't come in for a year and a half, that's what I really want, because by that point, I actually think I'll have enough cash put together where I can just pay for it cash and not have a truck payment. So if you want something like that, you might want to request to your dealer to make sure they put a 19. That way it's at the bottom of the barrel, be one of the last things to get built. Now, these are all on Ford's thing to get built. They all have to be built status. It's on their, it's not in scheduling yet, but it's on the list of things to be scheduled. So it's definitely a live order with Ford. Now, I was talking about there was another important aspect, especially for this year's Super Duty. There's a priority code 99. Now, I didn't want to get into this until this part of the video, so you had an understanding of the priority codes. But for the Super Duty for 2023, there's two what's called jobs. There's job 1 and job 2, and these are actually independent of the priority codes. Now, there's ways to work the priority codes to get into job 1 and job 2, but they're totally independent. So job 1, Ford has stated they're only going to build the XL, the XLT, and the Lariat, and they're only going to have certain options available in job 1. Job 2 is going to be the King Ranch, Platinum, and Limited. Now, when you place an order today, before job 2 opens, the it automatically, regardless if you order a platinum or whatever, it'll say job 1 on the order. So don't be concerned if it says job 1, because that's just what it is. It boils down to priority code. So if you order, and this is only applicable for the XL, the XLT, and the Lariat. So if you order a job 2 feature, and I'm going to go through them right now. If you want these on your XL, Lariat, or XLT, you definitely want that built in job 2, because these features aren't going to be available. You can't even order them in job 1, and they're not going to open up to be able to order till job 2. So to these features here, if you want these, they got to be built in job 2. And to tell Ford to do that, this is where this 99 priority code comes in. But I'm going to go ahead and read through these features, and then I'll walk through exactly what to do here. So the features that's not gonna be available to even order until job 2 is the 355 electronic locking rear end on anything but a Tremor, the 360-degree camera trailer system, not the truck, the one that goes the whole way around the trailer, the 5th wheel gooseneck bliss system, not the one on the back of the truck, the one where you actually mount the new sensors on the side of the trailer that picks up your blind spots. That's new for 2023. The black appearance package, CNG propane gas prep package, the onboard scales and smart hitch, the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, and the programmable and connected Ford Pro upfit system. That's the one in the dashboard, not the ones with the actual external switches, the one in the radio system where you go through and you can turn on things like plow and stuff like that they was at the press conference, they were really talking a lot about. But so if you want any of them features and you have an XL, an XLT, and a Lariat, I'm sure you know this already, but there was no way to order those features yet. So to tell Ford that you want to wait to get them features, there's only one way to do it, and this is very important. You have to tell your dealer to make sure they assign a priority code 99 to that. And basically what that does is that shelves your order, and then once job 2 opens up, and it's rumored to be February 17th. Once job 2 opens up, at that point in time, your dealer will go in and modify your order and add these options to your order, and then they'll switch your priority code to 10 through 19, one of the standard priority codes. Now, it's important that they switch your priority code once they add it, or that order will just stay shelved forever and it'll never be built. So make sure your dealer does that. So I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments. It's kind of confusing, but the biggest thing was you got your priority codes 10 through 19, which is your standard priority codes. And then 99 is if you have a feature on a job 1 truck that you want to wait till job 2. And then the last thing I want to mention is, like I said before, the King Ranch, the Platinum, and the Limited are automatically switched to job 2, even though they say job 1 when you ordered them. But the caveat to that is still, the day that they open up job 2 stuff, make sure you get to your dealer and tell them to add the stuff that you want, because chances are they forgot about it. Unless you have a real good dealer. Make sure you hound your dealer to change that the day they open that up, because if they don't and it's just floating out there, even though it's job 2 and you have one of these King Ranches or something, if there's something on there like I know the propane thing doesn't come standard on the King Ranch, or the 355s doesn't come standard on the King Ranch. If you have something like that you want and your dealer doesn't submit that, even though it's job 2, and they assign the VIN number once job 2 opens up, it's the same thing as these job 1 trucks. You can't change it once the VIN and it's scheduled for production. So make sure you keep that in mind. I hope this video helped you out, and if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments, and I'll help you out as best I can. Till next time, you guys stay safe out there.